2012 Chevy Cruze with the 1.8 ecotech engine. Today we're going to be going over the transmission fluid, how to check it, how to change it, and the proper levels depending on what you're doing to your transmission. Over to our computer, you can see that for an overhaul in your transmission, it requires 8.5 to 9 quarts. To drain and refill, it is requiring 4.2 to 6.3. I will say for the drain and refill, the sweet spot here seems to be about 4.2, 4.6-ish. So, you know, just so you're not buying more quarts than you need. That's just my personal experience. You might have a different one. If you do, let me know. And for replacing the valve cover or removing the valve cover body for whatever reason, you'll be at 5.3 to 7.4 quarts of the Dectron 6 transmission fluid. Now, first thing we're going to go over is our fill cap, which is located right next to our computer, in between the cylinder head and the computer. Right down here, you can see our cap. Go ahead and twist these off. They're usually on there, not too hard. All right, underneath the vehicle, come over to our transmission side, and right there, that bolt sticking out, that's our drain plug. We're gonna come in here with some 8mm. Yeah. And then we can come around on this side, right here, here, and here, with a flathead screwdriver. Do our best to wiggle these pop tabs out. Without breaking them. And once you get them loose a little bit, come back in with a pair of needle noses. These are the shittiest pop tabs ever. And with that cover removed, I'm going to go ahead and grab ourselves a nice clean motorcycle drain pan. So that way it's low profile, so if you don't have a lift like me, you can slide this right underneath your transmission with just having the vehicle lifted up just a little bit. Now, another thing you need to know before you do any of this is you need to have your vehicle warmed up. So let that engine idle for a good 10-15 minutes before doing any of this work. I did forget to mention that prior, but just in case you didn't know. Go ahead and remove the 11mm drain plug. Ooh, it was a little tight and did not feel nice at all. And we want a nice clean catch can, so that way we can see the condition of the fluid and the amount without having it contaminated to other sources. Doesn't smell burnt. Color's not too bad. Alright, with our transmission fluid removed, I usually like to grab a magnet. Nice clean magnet, make sure it's nice and clean, and I'll just skim around the bottom. What we're doing is we're looking for metal particles, seeing if we pick up anything, because we want to know the condition of the transmission when changing out the fluid. Looks like we do have a little bit, nothing too concerning. The color of the transmission fluid does look pretty good. Now I'm going to check the amount. To check the fluid amount, I've got a clean oil canister. Let's see if I can't move this without spilling anything. Hey, give me 1 second. You hear me? By adding it to the oil canister, we can see that we had roughly 3.5 quarts removed. The system calls for 4.2 to 5.6, I believe it was. So we're definitely low on transmission fluid by about 2 quarts. So when we refill it, you don't want to add the same amount. You're going to want to follow the next process that we're about to cover. All right, and the last thing you're going to need to know about, you do not need to remove the tire. For the sake of having a good shot with the camera, I went ahead and removed it and got my light bar in here. As you see right here, right behind your driver's side CV axle, there's a little nut or a bolt right here. Let's see if I can't get closer. Get that number right there. Right here, another 11mm bolt. I've already broken this one loose. And basically what you're going to do when you're refilling the transmission from up top is you'll have this open and you'll wait until you start seeing transmission fluid fill out of this hole. And then once you've finished adding your fluid, wait for this to finish draining because you don't want it overfilled, and then put your bolt back in and tighten it down. And that's how you know that your transmission fluid is at the level it's supposed to be. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's not a difficult job as long as you know what you're doing. You can probably knock it out in about an hour, you know, if you're on the ground and stuff like that. But not bad. We're about to replace the valve body on this, so I won't be refilling it to show you. But if you want to see that valve body job, make sure you subscribe, because that'll be the next video we post. Other than that, if this video helped you out, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.